Right, and we are live. What's going on? What's happening? Shout out to the extremely attractive masculine men and undeniably gorgeous women. Remember when I say these kind of things, attractiveness goes beyond looks. It's about aura. So if you are any type of leader, if you are anyone that is an influencer, if you have aura, you definitely fall within these categories. Do not underestimate yourself. Do not, what is that called? Imposter syndrome yourself. If people follow you, if you're like the leader of your friend group or your family goes to you, if people are drawn to you, if you have following and you are in alignment with God, humble to God only, then you're part of this group. So I want to speak really quickly on this. I'm about to work out, so you guys know how I do when I'm procrastinating doing this insanity workout, right? So let's talk about it. Ladies, you have to be aware of the Hotep son husband. I might have to go back and retitle this 111 on the timer as I say this. This is going to be very short. Okay. So what I've noticed out here right now is a group of BLK men that kiss women's butt. And it irks me on a level I can't even put it into words. Like as much as you Hotep dudes dislike us, traditionally masculine type of guys, we dislike you the same level. Like we want to put hands on you. We really do. I know y'all think it's cute. Honestly, you probably think you want to put hands on us, but you've never been in a real, what I'm saying, altercation with an actual man ever in your life. You exude feminine energy. You operate completely outside of your masculine frame. You put women as God. Now, you're not putting any kind of divine feminine energy like Mother Nature, because what you can't do is tell women that they're the same as Mother Nature, because the ego of the woman, if she's not elevated enough, is going to make it about her. So when you're speaking about divine energy, divine feminine energy, it needs to be spoken about on a God level. When you put it in the woman's body and you're speaking to a bunch of unevolved, unascended women, it goes to their head. You see the epidemic we have online with women being able to feed off of whatever compliment they get from whoever. That fake confidence from the internet translates over into real life. And now we have a bunch of unattractive, medium ugly, and ugly women, out here just thinking that they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. You can't say a word to them. So if they're that way, what do you think the actual gorgeous women are? You're part of the problem. You think that you're helping things out by, woman is a mother womb and all that. We need to stick to the Bible, the only kind of guidance that we have that predates all of this government and all of this indoctrination and whatnot and psyop. It's not her role to go directly to God and lead you. See, now you're forcing women. I don't care what the women say, and I don't care how the women feel about this video. You are forcing women to be your leader when you're telling them that they are God, they're a goddess, and they're the head of they're all outside their frame. Women don't want to be in control like that. They want to be able to give counsel. They want to be able to give a little advice here and there. They want to be able to speak on their observation. But as far as being a leader full time every day, you see what happens to women when they do that. It puts them outside their frame. They burn themselves out. They can't maintain their beauty and their femininity. They get masculine, start getting all squared off. Their personality starts becoming real masculine, and they turn men off. They become the men that they like, period. And guys like you cause that. You're weak. You're bitch made. You embody the energy of the broken Jezebel single mother that raised you. You look up to that single mother as God. You think that she's the best thing in the world. You idolize her. And then you project that image of her onto women that you want to date. And at first, they might think it's flattering. They might agree with the concepts. But deep in their soul, they know that something ain't quite right about this. That's why y'all get nowhere. That's why they come back to us, because it doesn't matter if she disagrees or agrees. She's going to acknowledge the divine masculinity in you regardless. If you put her head of everything, make her goddess and all da, that means you're her follower. Now you done put this woman in position to where she has to lead you. Where you done made her God. She has to lead a grown man. She has to direct a grown man. See, you're the problem. You're the problem. The whole time you think you're pandering, Pander Bear Express stuff is, I'm helping you. I'm showing women who they are. There has to be law and order and structure, and the vessel has to be built for that. They're not built for that. They're supposed to be chilling somewhere, getting their downloads or whatever, relaxed, chilling in the femininity in a bath somewhere, something like. Not over here, lacing up and telling you what needs to get done, you bitch ass nigga. You people are trash. And don't think that we think, hey, as a traditionally masculine man, don't ever think that you think that tough talking you do on the internet means anything to us. Yo, punk ass don't speak like that whenever you're talking out and about in public. When a real man speaks to you, you don't be having no bass in your voice. Chill out, bro. You don't be over there, you know what I'm saying, standing up straight chest out when you speak to a man in real life. No, you don't. You get emotional. Every time one of you feminine type of men get challenged, hey, what's going on, fam? What's going on? Every time you get challenged by a real man, see, let me tell you something about real men, traditional men that's raised by their fathers. We know that it's a man's job to challenge you. Let me repeat that. It's a man's job to challenge you. He ain't your friend. Unless he's part of your tribe, he is not your friend. He's supposed to challenge you. He see you out and about with your girl, he's supposed to challenge you. See, real men understand this. So if a man challenges you in whatever way, some do it psychologically with jokes and with their words. Some dudes will do it physically. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes are like whole warlocks will do it spiritually. Like that's just what dudes do. So it don't trigger you in any emotional way. But when you dudes get challenged by a dude, you're screaming, you're howling, you sound like the single mother that raised you. You know what I'm saying? You seem like you are volatile. You seem like you can't control yourselves. But you be the same dudes on a panel, sitting with a bunch of women around you, feeling all relaxed in their feminine energy. Because your punk ass feels safe there. There ain't no one around you that can physically, mentally, or anything towards you. Like a punk. So I just want you to understand this before we get off of here, that traditionally masculine men, while you are online talking about y'all are barbaric and talking crazy and reckless, the women will always come back to us. And we let you run your mouth online because you are no challenge. You are nothing to worry about. You feel safe online. We've already talked about the only people that feel safe online are a bunch of cowards that don't do nothing in real life, and women, because women like to talk. So that's really what social media is created for, the psyop, and to keep women entertained. Just like TV used to be that way for women before. Cell phones came along and all the extra stuff on them for that. Net, all this stuff is for women's entertainment. Men are out there building, creating, working on their body, whatever they can. You know what I'm saying? Working on a motorcycle. They've been an old vintage. We got stuff to do. We are not online like that. And if we are, we're making money. We ain't just on here just whining about what we observe about other traditionally masculine men. We're not doing that, man. When you're an attractive man or woman, and again, I just told you in the beginning, attractiveness is more than looks. So when you people be attacking me, oh, he thinks you look so good, you need to listen to the message. I keep telling you about Aura. Just because I fancy it up with Aura Farmer, because I'm trying to connect to the younger generations, because I got it like that. I know how to do that, right? I'm still talking about your spirit. I'm still talking about the energy that God gave you that draws people to you in whatever way that is. That's attractiveness. Isn't that like the definition of attractive? Attracting? So stop projecting your insecurities onto me or whoever, and thinking that we're just talking about our looks because we actually look good, extremely good. We're talking about the whole essence of being attractive. And there's different ways to be aura farmers. Okay? You need to listen to the message, man. Instead of you looking at me and then letting your insecurities take over and then you just start saying, oh, calm down, calm down. We're enlightened over here. When you speak, I don't listen to your words. I see to your soul. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're really saying. Every time I get online and it's more than about looks, you're literally letting the world know that you don't think that you're attractive. That's all you're doing. You watched the video about somebody talking about being attractive. You felt like they were attractive, and the words they said hurt your feelings. So you get online. Being attractive is more than looks. If you're only looks, then you're ugly inside. Only an extremely good-looking person can say something like that. An extremely good-looking person with aura, not your basic or unattractive or medium ugly or ugly ass, right? We have eyes. We can look at you and see what you are. Chill out with that. Worst thing in the world to do is get online talking about it ain't about looks, knowing that you ain't nothing to look at. Calm down. You're projecting your insecurities. You're showing everybody what you're insecure about. Whoever's talking about they're attractive in their reality, listen, let me tell you something. You're God in the flesh. You're part of God having a human experience here, experiencing himself. What you talking about ain't what I say I am. Didn't I tell you that's what I am? That's what I am. Now, who are you to tell me I'm not? Something wrong with you. That's your perspective. These are your insecurities, and you don't have the right no more with the age of Aquarius to project all that negativity, negative energy, your demons onto me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I done kick my demons' ass. You know what I'm saying? They restrained. I'm chill. I'm cool. I'm life. You're just living. You're dying every day. I don't need to have that projected onto me. Whatever you think about whatever I'm doing, if I ain't hurting nobody else and I'm paying my taxes and paying my bills, what is it to you? Absolutely nothing. It should be absolutely nothing. Water off your back. Okay? So when you people need to get online and tell somebody else who they are, you're a weak, broken human. And while the men and the women out here are handling our business, we ain't worried about you humans, man. We ain't worried about you humans. Now, you mess around too much, we might check you. And I'm telling you, you're going to be rethinking your little sorry ass human life after we're done. Okay? So, Hotep dudes, or whatever you people are, you males that are broken, you son husbands, right? That are obsessed with their mother and project that obsession onto the women you date. And then you try to manipulate them using all this word because, again, you're a man. And regardless of what you say, women look to you for guidance, and you're manipulating her into thinking that you're supposed to go to her for guidance. If that's the case, why are you needing to tell her that? Don't make any sense, does it? You're a weak male that don't want to accept leadership. You want to manipulate her into running the house and telling her she's God and this, so we can sit your lazy ass back. That's what you want to do. Like you watched your single mother do. So I ain't got no time for that. Now, I'm not talking about all single mothers, okay? If you're a good woman or not. I'm talking about the ones that make males like this. These old busted, dirty, dusty ass niggas. These dudes that get online and make these little panels and have a bunch of women around them and start talking tough, but get out in public and wouldn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Louder than inside voice. We were tired of it, man. We're just tired of it. So know if you're able to get women based off of your rhetoric that you're spilling, those aren't the kind of women we want. They're definitely not ladies. And don't think in any kind of way your message is getting across to anybody. It's falling on deaf ears. We don't want to hear nothing you have to say, Hotep boy. All this woman is God and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, when she's with her God and them together, goddess and God, being one. But her just being this and being the immortal womb, and you can't talk to people like that. You cannot. You dudes don't get talked to like that. Period, because of the times that we're in. But you cannot talk to women who are basking in ego like that. You cannot give them too many compliments. You cannot tell them all that kind of stuff. It's got to be balanced. It goes right to her ego. And these women are able to feed off of internet, fake likes, fake profiles. Most of what you see online are bot farms. And they're feeding off of that artificial energy and validation and projecting it outwardly in the real world. And then you're going to add on top of it, telling her she's a god and all this and her head is too far gone. It's too far gone. And you're causing the problem. You're causing the problem. So I just want to get on here and put my little piece in there. You know, of course, my haters are going to come over here and pick it. Hey, know that my opinion that bothers you so much lets you know my place in your life. I want you to know that. And I want you to know your opinion about what I say means nothing. It means nothing. So go about talking about the celebrities and the influencers that matter to you with your little think pieces and your little panels discussing the things I talk about. But no, when I scroll through, when I know that a lot of y'all discussions be coming from me, I just chuckle and keep scrolling. I'm giving you life. You're welcome. I'm helping you pay your bills. You're welcome. Because if it wasn't for the creativity that I have, you wouldn't have any kind of content to create. Again, you should be thanking me. You brain dead losers waiting on me to drop something so you can create something from it. So it's whatever. Go do what you got to do. But know I'm your daddy. And just like a proud father, when I see you guys making content from what I say, I chuckle, I smile, and I keep it trucking. Okay? Just like I do my son. You know? Just like my son. You know, whenever he's telling me that he don't like something or I say something to him and he looks at me, there you go. Don't matter who it is. Somebody say something to you, you don't agree with it. Speak your piece. Absolutely. Like a proud father. Okay? So anyway, I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I told you to be short this time, and I kept my word as a man. You know, you Hotep niggas, why don't y'all take some notes? Okay? Now, you can't straddle the line on us. This is why they go towards spirituality. See, there's the enlightened ones that just know that religion has shed too much blood and takes God outside of you, puts it in a building and have you go and listen to a message from a human that's been validated by other humans, and you got to hear the message from his life experience, and you need to be listening to God directly, right? That's the way spirituality, it's like an ascension above religion, you know. But a lot of y'all use spirituality to escape accountability, and I'm tired of seeing it. All this, oh, we're God, and you know, women saying we're goddesses, and oh, you just don't want to be told what to do. You don't want to fall in line, but yet you still want the men that want you to fall in line and move the way that the Bible speaks that you should. It's strange how that works. You have so many variations of males out here, the weaker ones. Mind you, I said males. These males, these humans, these hotaps, these liberals, right? These guys that you could easily have if you wanted to, but instead you work your way back to the traditional man, the clearest image of the living God in this realm, and you complain about the things that we speak of when you have men that would literally drink your bath water. So let's just stop it. Let's just stop. If you're listening and you're watching, you like what you see and what you hear. Okay. So again, you males take notes. You're losing. All you do is feed her ego so that she feels confident enough to bring her ass over to me so that I can wear her back out. That's all that you're doing. You don't garner any respect from women doing that kind of stuff. You'll never have respect of real men. But hey man, whatever makes you feel better, ain't that what y'all all about? Your emotions, making sure that you feel better. Yeah. Ladies, take notes. These are the kind of males that's going to want you to get up if somebody breaks into the house, and he'll be doing more screaming than you. Goddess, get down there. Do it, goddess. Save us. I'm going to be in the closet. Nah, you crazy. You crazy. Hey, these women know that y'all might make them feel good, stroking their ego, but you got to remember, her dog licking her in the face makes her feel good too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Old people and children online telling her that she's beautiful makes her feel the same way as you over here pumping her head up full of this goddess talk. All this other stuff, talking tough online about the other type of men that don't believe that, would never say that to that type of man in real life, ever. You would never stop a man that you know is traditional and run your mouth. You wouldn't do it in a grocery line. You wouldn't do it anywhere where you got plenty of free hand space and foot space. You won't do it. You never would. That's why, you feel so safe and comfortable doing it online. It's your safe space. It's your outlet. Punk ass. Anyway, you guys, do me a favor. Go ahead and subscribe. Join the tribe. You like it over here. Haters continue to watch. Uh, I'm noticing I'm seeing y'all less and less in my comment section. It looks like my reputation is preceding me. And y'all also know that I'm not one of the kind of people to be messing with. You must be kind of seeing some karma happening to my haters as well. Well, God likes to hide his in plain sight. And I'm not going to stop y'all from doing what you want to do. You want to start something with me? I ain't going to sit here and warn you about nothing. I'm just going to handle my business. I don't start it, but I damn sure finish it. And I'll take my time and do it right. Ain't no rush. I ain't trying to prove nothing to y'all. Just trying to get the job done. Not the one to mess with. Appreciate y'all as always. Love y'all. I'm going to make a TikTok here in a little bit. If I can't get it out before 1, then I have to wait till after 4. So I might have to wait till after 4. But I will be going live on TikTok. And I'm going to drop a couple pre-recorded videos from my TikTok over here. So you guys make sure y'all are staying tuned for those. You know that those pre-recorded TikToks are bangers. You know what I mean? I always create those videos in my most calm state after working out, meditating, and, chilling. So the energy's great. I appreciate the reception on those videos. You guys are doing fantastic. Keep hitting that like button. Keep sharing them. You know what I'm saying? Continue to watch them. More positivity coming, you guys. I'm bringing in this new energy, trying to make sure I'm projecting it outwardly properly while giving y'all the truth, but giving you the truth at a moderate type of pace instead of my full old school, you know what I'm saying? While also balancing it out with plenty of positivity and growth. Giving you the yin and the yang so that you don't always feel like I gotta be super positive. Ain't nobody super positive. You have a full range of emotions for a reason, but it's about getting back to center, and it's about transmuting whatever you have negative into something that you can create positive, or giving a great truthful message, which is still positivity. About being an alchemist. Transmutation of energy. You're learning a lot over here. I just like to speak in a way that everybody feels comfortable. I don't like to get too much into the spiritual talk, or the people start being, whoa, 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 hey, what's going on here? What happened? You got to like ease, drop a little bit, because we all growing here. But I'm trying to get the people that are like people in real life, normal people, to start understanding how things really work and start using your power. And the main point of it is stop caring about what everybody thinks. That's how your power's taken from you. That's how the spell work works in the first place. The shaman rituals to make you feel like you ain't who you say you are. To make other people's opinion of you, which most of the time is negative, because we're in a society where we're taught to be narcissistic through our media, social media. It's all the same thing. Celebrity, social media, government, it's all the same thing. It's the same beast, right? So once you get to the point where you know the perspective, you have that divine perspective, we're all connected. I can go out Mother Nature. I get what I want. God's given me everything that I need on this plane. We've just made it complicated to where we've allowed people to make us pay for the things that God has given us free. But it don't mean that you don't still know what's going on. You can see through all the veils meaning all of the different distractions they put in front of us. And it makes you dangerous. Okay? Stay dangerous. We need you out here being dangerous. We need you out here thinking. Okay, so whatever distractions, whatever they try to put in front of you, psyops or whatever, just remember, right? Don't let them take your ability to create and your divine perspective of who you are. What others do to you, say to you, and feel about you is none of your business. Okay. I mean, obviously, if they do something, you need to, but it's none of your business to the motive as to why they did it or how they feel about you that made them do that. It don't matter. It don't matter. People are people and people are crazy out here. So as long as you know that, it'll never really affect you. And if it can't affect you, you're going to trigger people even more. But that's what you have to be. Okay. We're getting to enlightenment here. I'm showing you how to do it. That's where you got to be. Anyway, I went over 20 minutes, but it's not over 30. So I still did what I said I was going to do. Greatly appreciate it. Appreciate your time, you guys. Love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out. I appreciate you, T-Man.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.